Donkey Kong time. Ugh. I'm tired. I went to bed somewhat early last night. By my standards, at least early. But it's been one of those days where I just have a lot to do at work. So, it's been working on stuff all day, and it's like as soon as I get one thing done, then somebody else is like, "What about this?" And I'm like, "I'm one person, people. I'm one person. I can only do so much as a single person who is in charge of a whole lot of stuff." And I'm disappointed to hear that things are going to be ramping up again. Because our customers just increasing the volume of stuff that we need to work on. So that's fun. Delightful. I don't know. Hopefully they can hire somebody to help me at least. If I just had somebody who could cover on the weekends, that would reduce a lot of work for me. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm only one person. I can only do so much. And the company has to accept that because while I am an unfortunate slave to capitalism, I am just one person, and I'm not going to work myself to death, for a company that doesn't care about me. So, so yeah, and you know what? And the VP is always telling people you can only do what you can do, So I'm gonna follow her advice and do what I can do, and that's it. I especially just don't want to stay late this week because the weather's actually pretty nice for the first time in months. So I want to, be able to clock out. Hi, bug. Clock out right at my end time, so my sister and I can go on a walk. Because yesterday we that was actually a really good hammer. Damn. Yesterday, my sister and I went on a walk after I got off of work, and it was nice. We did a 45-minute walk, played some Pokemon Go, because I haven't touched Pokemon Go in over a year, I think. I just I wasn't going anywhere, so I wasn't playing it. Yeah, definitely over a year because I don't even think I bothered with it at all when I was in Boston last year. And that would have been a great opportunity to play it, but I just wasn't at that point. So it's much more of a summer thing for me. In the summertime when I'm going places, I'm much more likely to be playing Pokemon Go. But yeah, so okay. Yeah, so my sister and I went on a walk yesterday. It was just nice. We're both oh, we should lose some weight. We're trying to be more damn it. We're trying to be a little bit more active. So, it's nice to kind of be oh, let's go on a walk together because then it gets us both out of the house. It gets us both moving and exercising, and it's just nice bonding because I feel sometimes at the end of the day I'm just so fried. I just don't want to talk. I just want to sit in silence. And I feel my sister's kind of the opposite, where she comes home and she's I want to talk about my day and what's for dinner and blah blah blah, and I'm just kind of I just want to sit and quiet for a little bit. But the walk was a nice excuse to Jesus, that was bad. It's a nice excuse to go and spend time with each other, which is good. Definitely good. Miss Swag Barrel, damn it. So yeah, I'm at the latest I want to clock out at 5:40 tonight, so I'm just kind of planning and arranging the work I have for the rest of the day around that. And again, because I'm only one person who's doing a whole lot of work, the company's just gonna have to deal with that. um, like if I'm willing to put in some overtime, but I put in a lot last week. You know, while the money's nice, I do not want to get. There we go. I do not want to get stuck with the expectation that I'm going to constantly be working overtime because I don't want to do that. Absolutely do not want to do that. Because that's what I did at my last job and I hated it. But yeah, I was talking about my virtual arcade cabinet that I'm gonna start building in the arcade yesterday. And I'm excited. I ordered parts, so hopefully I get those by like the end of next week. And it's just like basic stuff. It's nothing super exciting. It's nothing that's gonna like, you know, open up the floodgates for me to like build this thing and go, go, go. Just some buttons and the encoder and stuff. Which I was reading online. I went onto Reddit and I posted. I made a post in the virtual pinball subreddit, and I was like, if you've built a cab, what are things that you wish you knew before you started? Because, you know, I can read a bunch of stuff. I can read a bunch of stuff and like theories of like, okay, here's how you do it. But and it's the same way with any project. Like you start on it and you get working on it, and then you're gonna hit a snag of some sort, potentially multiple snags. So I was just kind of like, okay, folks, like let's have other people who have already done this and have learned from mistakes advise me on what they have learned, and make my life a little bit easier. And there was one really good suggestion that I really liked, where the guy was like, before you build the actual cabinet, make a mock-up out of cardboard, so that way you know you have the spacing on the buttons all set. Like you can take the measurements off the cardboard, and then when you go to actually build the cabinet out of wood or whatever material, you know exactly what placement works and is comfortable. And you can just take the measurements right off of that. And I was like, that is brilliant, because I definitely wanted to, you know, I wasn't thinking mock-up, but I definitely was like, I want to make sure the encoder is working with the buttons, and you know, all the screens and everything are playing nicely with each other before I commit to putting it into a cabinet. And I was gonna steal the measurements off of my 3/4 size cabinet. I was basically gonna like make that, but deeper, so it has room for all the bells and whistles that I eventually want to put in there. But like my plan was like, oh, okay, I'll take the measurements of like, you know, where the flipper buttons go off of, and you know where the start button is and stuff. I'll kind of base it off of this guy. And but yeah, like the idea of actually physically putting together at least the front end. I don't think I'll necessarily mess with the back end, but like, you know, replicating the front end of it in cardboard, so I have an idea of where everything's going and I have like a measured out reference. That's so smart. That's so smart, and I'm like, that's gonna save me so many like it's gonna save me headaches, and like it's gonna save me headaches in terms of building the thing, and it's just gonna save me a lot of stress of, oh no, what if I don't line it up like absolutely perfectly. So very 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 stoked about that tip, and I still have the box from the TV I bought for the playfield, so that should be pretty good for you know, building up the replica and getting all the measurements and alignments figured out. Like that'll be really good. So very very pleased with that suggestion, and glad I thought to, you know, post on Reddit and ask like, hey, what are suggestions that people have? Ugh, as soon as I hit that jump, I knew I was gonna miss it. As soon as I hit the jump button. Ugh. That's okay. Alright, there we go. I was like, I don't think that one's good either. But no, it turned out fine, so that's fine. Alright. Alright. My screen's starting to wig out, which is great. Oh. Alright. That was a little bit slow. I don't think that would have worked on Springs 3, but it worked for this one, so I'll take it. I will take it. This is okay as a warm-up round, actually. If I don't mess up here, I'll at least get 60k, which is always good. Yeah, I'm definitely like, I'm excited about the virtual pinball cabinet, but I'm also like, don't burn yourself out working on it nonstop, and also remember that like you're trying to do it in increments, so you don't have to slap a bunch of money down at the same time. Like, save your money. That's also what we're trying to do here. So like last night, I like didn't touch it at all. I was like, I need a break. I need to just not worry about it. So like, did the walk with my sister, and then after we got back from the walk, you know, oh geez. Okay, wow. If that guy had gone down the ladder, that absolutely would have got me. So yeah, my sister and I like did the walk, did dinner, and then afterwards I just hung out in the basement and played Breath of the Wild on the TV, which was good. Because as much as it is like, it's the same thing with cosplay too. Like, as much as it is like a fun, enjoyable thing for me to work on a project, still gotta take breaks. Still gotta take days where I just don't worry about like actually working on it. Like, maybe I'll think about it in my free time. I'm almost certainly gonna think about it in my free time, but you know, don't bust my chops constantly trying to work on stuff. Otherwise you're just gonna burn yourself out. Because I've done that with cosplay many a times, because admittedly I probably take it a little bit too... Oh, jeez. That was a good run. 67,000. That was a good run. And then the screen kicked itself. And Alright, let's try and get one more in before I go back to work. Still have a decent amount to do today, and as previously mentioned, I don't want to stay late today. Absolutely do not want to stay late today. But no, something I've been known to do with cosplay is that, like, I'll go, like, a little bit easy in the beginning in terms of, like, well, I don't need to work on it today, or, oh, I'll just work on it for, like, a little bit. And then, like, it's right before the convention, and I'm, like, staying up till 3 in the morning, like, 4 days in a row, just trying to get everything done in time, so, the good news is, with the virtual pinball machine, it's not like I have a set deadline on it, so, it's not like I'm gonna have that deadline where it's like, oh, I do need to stay up late for, you know, a week or two straight to try and get this put together before the convention. Like, I don't need to do that with this. It's strictly a, you know, in my free time as I want to do it kind of project, which I think will be good for me. Here's hoping it's good for me and doesn't drive me nuts. I don't think it will. I think it'll be fine. But definitely, it's definitely going to occupy my brain space for a while, even as I do other things with my free time. Because, like, as I said, it's fun, but also a lot of it is troubleshooting, because the programs that are all used for it like, you know, bless the virtual pinball community because they have done so much and have managed to like create all these cool things and have resources everywhere, et cetera. But like, it's definitely putting this together. It's definitely kind of just like this is all being held together with like band-aids and scotch tape and could fall apart at any moment is kind of how it feels. Um, so definitely, so when things do go wrong, there's a lot of me sitting there going like, well, why is this wrong? What, like, there's a problem. Why is this wrong? I need to figure this out, et cetera, et cetera. And it's a lot of brain power. So that also just tires me out, even though I'm not physically doing much right now. It's mostly just sitting around, messing around with a couple of computers. But things go wrong, and I'm sitting there going, okay, why is this wrong? How do I fix this? Please help. Um, and it's nice to not have to have your brain on 24/7. Which is why I took a break from it last night and just focused on playing Breath of the Wild and having a recharge night. Because that was nice to give myself a little bit of a break. I was like, what is that noise? Minna is using the scratcher. I didn't realize she was down here. That's a problem, is that she is so dang quiet. She is such a good little kitty, but she is so quiet. When she's not meowing. As soon as she starts meowing, it's screaming. But most of the time when she's like walking from room to room, just silence. Alright, there we go. I didn't miss the jump on this go around. So that's good. Alright, cool. Alright, yeah, this is a solid round. So after this set of lives, I'll end the stream so I can go back to work because I did most of the paperwork. I'm waiting. I took my break now because I was waiting on some people to get some info back to me before I could work on like the next set of things. So I'm good for now, but hopefully by the time that I punch back in, they've given me what I need. I can finish up what I was working on, work a little bit on my other project, and then clock out at the end of the day. Is the goal. Can you go away? Can you go away, please? Alright, nope. Alright. That's okay. Okay, whew. That was looking real bad for a moment, but that's okay. We got out of there. We got out of there. That's what matters. Alright. Now we're gonna go over here. Yeah, fortunately I didn't get the lower hammer on this time around, but maybe I'll get lucky with the top hammer. Unless this guy... No? Okay. Alright. Alright. It's one. And two. Okay. Alright, three. Okay. Alright, now I just have one guy to worry about, so... I'm a lot more comfortable with that. Alright, we're just gonna go for it up here. And boop! Alright, cool. Alright. Would have liked to have done more point pressing there, but that's fine. I'll take it. I'll take not dying. At this point, not dying is what I can ask for. All I can ask for. Yeah. So, today I started watching the Pacific Rim anime on Netflix. It's pretty good so far. I enjoy it. It's real hard to make me not enjoy stuff about giant robots and monsters, so, you know, take that with a grain of salt, but, I've been enjoying it. Oh, that was way too early. I've been enjoying it. I think there are only 7 episodes out right now, and I just started episode 5, so, might end up, finishing that. If not tonight, then tomorrow when I start work. But, yeah, it's good. So, I am pleased about that. I've said it before where I'm like, I need to, you know, keep an eye on Netflix animation because they put out a lot of good stuff. Alright, there we go. Alright, oof. Alright, boom, boom. Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like that. Oh my gosh. Damn it! Ugh! I inched closer to the hammer and I knew I shouldn't have done that. I should have just waited to jump over those barrels. Ugh. Alright. Alright. Let's stop the dying on this board at 2 lives. I would like to not burn all my lives on this board. After yesterday where I had after yesterday where I burned so many lives on barrel boards, do not want to do that again. Alright. Alright. Got me a hammer. Alright. That's better. That's a little bit better. Alright. Alright. Okay, cool. Alright. Boom. And up and boom. Okay, cool. I was worried there for a second. I was like, oh no, this is not gonna be good. But no. Now we just have Pie Factory. So yeah, I'm definitely just like I want to watch more of this Pacific Rim show. It's definitely good. Definitely tropey, but I've been enjoying it. Nonetheless. Alright. Ah! No, don't come up. No! Damn it! Stupid Pie Factory. So close. Now, stupid fire guy had to follow me up the ladder. Like, oh my gosh. Can you not? Alright. Alright, this time I should be good. Ah! I should be good, except I jumped straight up instead of a forward jump, so Pie got me. Ugh. Ugh. Alright. That was one good run that got cut short due to screen error, and then one good run that just turned mediocre really, really fast. I shouldn't. I'm like, one more, and I'm like, no, I shouldn't. I need to get back to work. Unfortunately. But thank you for stopping by and watching. Hopefully I get stuff done today at work, so that way tomorrow I can, you know, maybe stream for a little bit longer. But alas, such is the fickle nature of me streaming during my lunch break. So thanks for coming by, and I'll see you next time.